Thanks for... Joining us, so here's the Clippers starting group. Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the 3. And for the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's James. And it's Doncic in at the point. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
They get it back, over to the wing. From deep three-point land, it's stolen by Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Zubac with a screen on James. Here's Leonard. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Five on the clock. Harden from outside. Connects from downtown.
And not a lot of limit to what the lefty can do. James Harden from deep.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Jones. Leonard with a screen on James. And there's a 3-second violation.
Los Angeles ball.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Hayes with a screen on Jones. Pass to Vanderbilt. Back to James. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Leonard looking over the floor. Zubac, screen. Outside for Harden. Zubac with a screen on Doncic. Harden, the pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Great pass by Harden. He can put it right where you need it to be.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. To no one's surprise, their focus defensively is on containing Kawhi Leonard. Coach said Kawhi is a terrific decision maker and always manages to play the game at his pace, so we need to get into him, apply some pressure, and try to make him uncomfortable. History shows that will not be an easy task, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Leonard. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Lakers trail by 4. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard. But Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Harden, the pass to Zubac. Knocked loose. And stolen by Hayes. A minute 53 left in the first. Harden against James. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic up top. Last game he had 28 points. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And that sends Luka Doncic to the free throw line. It's on Norman Powell.
And when we talk about franchise players, guys who can carry a team, Luka Doncic is one of the few guys in that category.
Now here's Doncic. He has 7. James against Jones. James passes to Vanderbilt, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Harden. From deep, here's Doncic. Here's Vanderbilt. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Now, here is James. No points yet. Doncic, no good. Harden with it. Picked up by James. Harden surveying the D. And there's the drive. And Zubac with the basket on the assist by Harden.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
James attacking and slam dunk by James.
Forget about stopping LeBron when he's on the dribble coming at you with that kind of momentum.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Harden with the slam.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Vanderbilt rebounded by James Harden.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
No debate there. He got hammered.
These are his first free throws of the game. That's good from Harden. Harden hits them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Doncic. That one drops for him. Doncic has got 9.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Lakers. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Luka Doncic is out there with James. Then there's Hayes. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Leonard to the paint. Here's Zubac. Out to Powell. Pass to Leonard. 5 to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And the Clippers miss again. The Lakers in the lead. James passes to Hayes. Hayes with a screen on Leonard. Back to Hayes. Leonard against James. LeBron going downhill. And it's James with the jam.
They try to be up on LeBron James, and when he gets a little bit of room to shoot off the screen, just like that, great rhythm, that's good.
Leonard with a screen on James. Here's Harden. Pass to Zubac. Jones with the ball. Out to Leonard. From outside the arc. Finney Smith pulls it in.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Now here's Hayes. Hayes with a screen on Powell. Doncic passes to James. Rebound by the Clippers. Jones has got 4 rebounds now. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Now here's Zubac. 6 points for him. Leonard on the take. Goes back up with the clock winding down. And Zubac with the lay-in. Zubac has got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's what Zubac is here for, making plays in the trenches.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
And the Lakers have possession. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Again, Doncic missing.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Doncic passes to Hayes. Hayes with a screen on Harden. It's James on the wing. Oh, LeBron buries a 3.
Instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
Leonard with a screen on James. Here's Harden. Leonard right side. Outside for Harden. And Harden with the slam.
And we're pretty deep into his career, but James Harden's still showing that burst.
Doncic outside. Pass to Hayes. He puts up a 3. They get it again. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Another shot. James with the focus. There's 37 seconds left in the second period. Leonard with a screen on James. Outside Jones. Screen by Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Los Angeles ball.
Here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. Here comes Luka. James up top. To the middle. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Lakers ahead, up 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man.
And fellas, going back to that first half action, LeBron James was in complete control.
I'll tell you, he does.
That does it for halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. On the floor for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum out there with Amir Coffey. Then there's Chris Dunn. Then it's Drew Eubanks, and it's Bogdanovich in a 2-guard.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Outside Bogdanovich. Banked it in off the glass. Bogdanovich has gotten his first points in this one.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's James. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, handling the contact so well. Bronny James using that solid build of his to finish strong inside.
Bogdanovich against James. Pass to Eubanks from the wing. Batum outside. The three. And the three-pointer goes. Batum's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's the screen by Lin. Out to Kleba. Here's Lin. Hachimura, the pass to James. Good on the shot. James has gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Bogdanovich uses the glass on the layup.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdanovich. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
No, the thing, B.A., I don't think guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive. He can shoot the ball. He's willing to take big shots. And I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with. That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
James with a steal. There's the drive. Can't connect from short range. The Clippers trail. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. Here's Bogdanovich for the lead. Deflected.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Lin throws that one away.
And here's James. Into the lane. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Bogdanovich.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line. Entering the league with that James last name, lots of pressure on Bronny. But he's a guy who is used to being in the spotlight under the microscope.
Pass to Eubanks. Back to Coffey. Eubanks the screen. For the tie. Coffey, the pass to Eubanks. Now Batum. He's checked by Kleba. Shot clock at 5. Eubanks gets the bucket.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Reeves. It's blocked. Pass to Batum. Dunn outside. Now here's Eubanks. Bogdanovich from long range for the lead. Tries again. Dunn outside. Batum outside from behind the arc. Knocks it down from distance. And it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
And when it comes to the three, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Reeves, the pass to Lin. Now Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And that's a solid flush from Hachimura.
The Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. James against Bogdanovich. Dunn outside. Batum outside from deep. Hachimura with a rebound. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Lakers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Out left to the wing. Kleba outside. Out to James. Lynn passes to Hachimura. Nails it from beyond the arc. Hachimura's got 5 now. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Lakers ahead.
Hey, we got to get more physical down the other end, man.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's James. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Pure from three-point range.
And by the numbers, Kawhi is one of the most efficient three-point shooters ever.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. Pass to Vanderbilt. Hayes with it. Doncic outside. Doncic throws it down.
And their offense tonight is Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
Powell with it. Let's go with a 3. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's James. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Harden, the pass to Jones. To the inside. Zubac's shot is off. The Lakers in the lead. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Sends it home from three-point land. Finney-Smith's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Leonard with a screen on James. Harden. And a nice finish on the layup.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Oh, Luka playing grown man ball inside.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Out to Leonard. Jones with a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's Leonard. It's stolen by Doncic. The 3, James. And the Lakers hit again from deep. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And not to mention they're playing with great activity. A lot of blocked shots, good hands, active hands, nothing easy for the opposition.
Graham, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely...
Wow! LeBron making some noise.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
James against Harden. To end the run. And the layup is up and in.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic, a screen on Jones. Kicks it to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And finished off by Hayes.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Count that bucket.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Doncic into the lane. The explosion to the rim for Luka.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Leonard finds Harden. Back to Leonard. Outside Jones. This one for three. Kept alive. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. Jared Vanderbilt picks one up. And the free throw, no good. Well, the Lakers shooting an insane 65%. Just terrific. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. Screen by Leonard. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
So many times in his career, Harden just stepped up in these big moments.
Here's Doncic. Doncic is doubled. Pass to Finney-Smith. And here's James. Shot clock at 6. Driving in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 7.
LeBron is just dominating right now, aware of the defense, and has not feared one since he came into the league.
Here's Finney-Smith. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. So we see the Lakers get the win here. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg.
important. Craig, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. We'll see Barnes and Sohan playing forward. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. Now, here's Doncic. In the corner, it's James. And he's good on the 3-ball.
He's become so comfortable from long range. That shot's now a weapon for LeBron.
Here's Fox. And Wembanyama outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fox, no good. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Raptors. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Wembanyama with it. Covered by Hayes. Shoots. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Fox against James. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Here's Sohan. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Fox. Doncic with the block.
How about the D from Doncic? These guys appreciate when he gives that kind of effort in the defensive end.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Now, here's Fox. The shot that time, not on target.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Fox. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And that one's good. Doncic.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Fox. And the layup is good. Fox has got his second basket of the night.
The handles of Fox, nasty. Remarkable at carving through the defense and creating shot opportunities for himself. LeBron showing you how he does it. A stylish flush by King James.
Here's Wembanyama, and it's good for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
To the inside. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Wembanyama. Fox has got 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And Doncic, here we go. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Fox. James, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
And stolen by Barnes. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Pass to Castle. A 3 from Wembanyama. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Lakers lead by 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the court for San Antonio. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Barnes in its small forward. Pass to Finney-Smith. From past the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
LeBron's shot is good.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Now Fox. He has 6. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Sohan. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists tonight. Doncic outside. To the wing on the left. Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Fox. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Spurs?
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Fox goes in, uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
No one near James as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. LeBron's got 12 points in the game. And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far. In some ways, he's just unstoppable.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. The kick out to Fox. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Good on the second free throw. And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin, and I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
LeBron gathering speed.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, a screen on Vanderbilt. Barnes can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 4. To the middle. Vanderbilt kicks to James. There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. And James throws it down.
Add this game to LeBron's extensive career highlights. I mean, he's had plenty of big nights like this, but it never gets old.
Barnes outside. 15 seconds left now here in the second. To the wing right side. Here's Castle. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Here's James. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The Thunder will be playing at Paycom Center as they go up against the Timberwolves. 8:30 Eastern Time for the tip. As we shift our focus now to the Spurs, it's a tight one after 2 quarters of play.
Well, one stat in their favor is the one they haven't been.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
James is out there with Austin Reed. Then there's Len. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Kleba in at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. James, and the dunk by James.
And you see right there, Bronny James can attack the rim with force.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That one drops. He ties it up. One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense.
Here's Vassell. Pass to Bassie. Johnson for 3. Hachimura grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. James, no good. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Vassell against Kleba. Kicks it out to Johnson. Vassell outside. Over Kleba. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, "I've always felt like I belong." Goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, "Is this confidence or cockiness?" He told her, "You're basically kind of the same thing." Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Ejected by Len.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Here's Reeves, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Hey, we know it's hard to score in this league. Reeves knows that, too. That's why he wants to score in transition whenever he can.
Vassell with it. He's against Hachimura. Pass to Champagny. Stolen by Len. From deep, Reeves trains the three-pointer. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Shooting from a rock-solid base, that gives Austin just the added range he was looking for.
Here's Vassell. They get it back. Here's Champagny. He's defended by Reeves. To halt the run, and he sinks the layup.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Reeves throws that one down, held nothing back.
Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
Kicks it out to James. Here's the three. That one's not going to go. San Antonio trailing here. 1:29 left to play in the third. Pass to Bassi. Hachimura against Vassell. Good on the three-point shot. Vassell's got 6.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Now here is Hachimura. Back to Reeves. No good from outside.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Los Angeles, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far.
Oh, nice pass there by James. His teammates really will appreciate his ability to facilitate.
Johnson with a screen on Hachimura. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Bronny James. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And he makes the first. Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
Vassell against Hachimura. Vassell, the pass to Bassi. Shot from 12. The shot misses. Three-quarters of play in a close game here. Los Angeles on top, up 2. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. We'll see Barnes and Sohan playing forward. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at center.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Wembanyama. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. 10 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And Hayes kicks to James. Vanderbilt, a screen on Barnes. Out to the wing. Vanderbilt finds James. From deep. James connects from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment.
Doncic against Fox. Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Lobbed up there for Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
And he's got it going now. When he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Here's LeBron. Oh!
My goodness.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
LeBron passes to Doncic. Doncic gets it to go inside.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Fox, no good.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, it looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
On the wing, James. Defended by Sohan. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And now it's a 12-point Laker lead. Wembanyama, right side. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. Back to James. And an intentional foul right there. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
A three from Wembanyama, and it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. James against Fox. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Los Angeles.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. And I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category. And they continually put pressure on the defense.
And it will go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Good on the shot. Wembanyama has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for San Antonio. James in the post, covered by Barnes. And finished off by Finney Smith.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Fox against Doncic. Here's James, and the rejection by Wembanyama. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Some good moments. Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kellogg.
two. All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Norman Powell.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game, and a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. We've got Harrison Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4 spot. And for Los Angeles, Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the 3 slot. Doris, not long ago, the Clippers were not associated with star power.
It's very true, B.A., but they are now. And it's not just the talent that they have. It's the experience that their guys bring to the court. They now have a core of big-time players who've been through virtually everything in the league. But Kawhi Leonard is efficient with his shooting form, makes it look easy right there.
Right side, Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
Okay, James Harden showing you. I've still got the vertical in my bag of tricks.
Pass to Fox. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Outside Wembanyama. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Barnes. Clock at 6. Wembanyama, screen on Jones. Second chance shot. Jones with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now Los Angeles with it. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
And last time out, they seized the advantage with their defensive pressure. They did a great job of just forcing a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
And San Antonio has possession after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Three-pointer, Fox. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Doris, looking back at James Harden's time in Houston, what an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston. Yeah, if you allow Zubac positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Now here's Harden. He's got 5. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Yeah, James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
Fox against Powell. And it's Fox with the jam.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Now here's Harden. He's got 7. And Harden with... The slam.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Spurs trail by 5. All right. right, let's get a report from Allie.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and Coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Harden. After the basket by San Antonio. Left side, Jones. Jones sets a screen. And Leonard, here we go. Three-pointer, Harden. Out to Powell. Jones against Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance effort. And it's laid in by Jones.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Powell against Fox. Wembanyama, screen on Powell. And it's Fox missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Harden with a screen on Barnes. Outside Harden. Puts up a three. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Fox. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Are you serious? I mean, he made the defender look silly right there. Just an epic move.
Poked loose. All by himself. Here's Castle. And the finish on the break with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He made... If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And, boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And let's use this time to have a look at last year's steals leaders. De'Aaron Fox on top, and of course Kawhi Leonard.
These two struck fear into their opponents last year. Able to force so many steals, they're a problem for opposing offenses.
Clock at 4. Jones, the pass to Harden. There's the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama with it. Out to the right wing. Fox, the pass to Mamukelashvili. Now Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. The 3. Powell pulls it in. The Clippers lead by 6. Outside Harden. Down low. Here's Leonard. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Well, the Spurs shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. And here are the Clippers now. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Here's Harden. And the layup is good off the glass. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Fox against Powell. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Here's the three. And James Harden pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Zubac. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, B.A., absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Wembanyama to stop the run. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Outside Harden. That shot missing. And Fox has got the ball here for the Spurs. 11-point game. Right wing, the three from Wembanyama. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Harden, good. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Fox against Powell. Outside for Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Harden drawing the double team. Pass to Zubac. Back to Harden. Leonard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McClaw attacking. That one doesn't go. He's just 2 for 5. Spurs trail by 10. Outside Wembanyama. Three-pointer. Jones grabs the board. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Harden surveying the D. Out to Powell, beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. Here's Mamukelashvili. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers earning this break in the action, up 10. Just pound. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys.
Yeah, if they're playing a comeback.
Okay, so now, and that's it for half.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
And so in the game for the Spurs, we've got Devin Vassell. He's out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Bassie in at the 5. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
Pass to Sohan, lets it go from deep, and San Antonio hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Bogdanovich against Johnson. Here's Eubanks. Here's Coffey. Still without a bucket. Outside Bogdanovich. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Batum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Keldon Johnson.
One of the things I admire most about Nick Batum is how consistently he gives effort through 48 minutes. Plays with his head in the game and giving his all-out effort every play.
And there's a pick. Ooh, poked away. Now here's Dunn. Defense is right there. Here's Eubanks. Offline with a 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Johnson for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Bogdanovich. Nifty move. Rebound by San Antonio.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Here's Vassell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And you can really see Vassell's confidence growing with time. Not bashful about taking on defenders.
And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. They trail by 9. And there's the screen. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Vassell's got 6 points.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
Bogdanovich against Johnson. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Eubanks. The 3 ball. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
The teardrop. Vassell can't get it to go. The Clippers lead by 10. Left side, Bogdanovich. Pass to Eubanks. Coffee on the wing. Eubanks the screen. Launches a 3. Coffee can't get it to go. San Antonio's gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half.
And really a two-way force in transition. Sohan will run out on the break, and he can get back quickly on defense as well.
Bogdanovich on the wing. Covered by Johnson. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Dunn. Pass to Eubanks. Back come the Spurs in transition. Here's Bassi. There's a screen. Blocked! In transition. Here's Dunn. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, just superior athleticism. Chris Dunn soaring for the jam with that impressive vertical.
Champagny, the pass to Sohan. Takes it inside. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Bogdanovich. He has 7. Eubanks in the high post. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And so it's Los Angeles earning this break in the action, up 10. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Leonard outside. They set the pick. Rebounded by Castle.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Outside Harden. Pass to Jones. Lets the 3 fly. Yes. And a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
James Harden is equally good, passer or scorer. There he sets his teammate up nicely.
And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. San Antonio with the ball. A 12-point game. Here's Mamukelashvili. Jacks up a 3. Offensive board. Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Out to Leonard. Fires for 3. Here's Zubac. Leonard passes to Harden. Tries again. It's Powell on the wing. 4 on the clock. Leonard on the wing. 4-3. Rebound by San Antonio.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Leonard against Wembanyama. A 3 from Barnes. Pass to Mamukelashvili. And there's the lob. Oh, Wembanyama crashing down.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
Outside Jones. The 3 is up. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 8. It's Barnes on the wing. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the LA Clippers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Barnes, it's good.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
Jones, the pass to Powell. Outside Harden. Pass to Zubac. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Fox. Oh, Fox! No stopping him!
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Outside Harden. Throws it up high, and they'll get another chance. From downtown, Rebound by San Antonio. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul. Fox feeling it out a bit. Wembanyama, screen on Powell. Outside for Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
And not intimidated at all. Wembanyama showing up in a clutch moment.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Harden. Leonard outside. Launches it. Barnes with the rebound. On offense, here is San Antonio. They trail by 6. Outside Wembanyama. Pulls it from the top of the key. Misses off the left iron. And here's Harden.
Oh, kind of mean on that one. Mean and so disrespectful.
So it's the Clippers picking up the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah.
Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For
Thanks for joining us here on Now Let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's James. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, the guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Here's James. Out left of the wing. 5 to shoot. Finney-Smith with it. Foul on it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Now that the new season is tipped off, how important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Now here's Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Leonard against LeBron. Outside Leonard. Count that one.
Such a strong lead. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Now here's Jones. Three-pointer. Lakers with the rebound. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And you can tell how important having depth is for them. Sometimes it's the difference between a win and a loss.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Leonard with a screen on Doncic. LeBron with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And that one, good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Good. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
And no one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop, and that thing is a deadly shot.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota. It's Harden with the drive. Great D that time from LeBron.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Oh, from ultra close range, Doncic.
Harden surveying the D. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go with the 3. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Doncic. Sweet move. He lays it in. Doncic has got 9.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Harden with it. He's picked up by James. Harden gets the bucket.
This is Harden's specialty. He's excellent at gutting through contact on the drive.
Vanderbilt a screen on Jones. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. With the drive, off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
It's Harden with the drive. Now here's Leonard. Kicks it out to Harden. He got it up. Oh, at the buzzer!
That is how you finish it.
Yeah.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Lakers. Willing his team to a successful quarter performance, he seemed to stop at nothing to push the momentum. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
They've really been down.
Oh, my goodness!
Okay, that's just insane.
Woo.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
Leonard finds Harden. Here's Powell. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Let's go. A rebound by the Lakers.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
James sets the screen for Doncic. Oh, an easy 2 from Doncic.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Kicks it out to Leonard. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Beyond the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Lakers leading by 10. Here's Doncic. And he makes good on the layup. Doncic has got 13.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Clippers. Zubac's a screen on Doncic. Here's Leonard on the mark with the 15-footer. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
There's always been a natural power to Harden's game. Contact rarely affects a guard of his size.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
The Clippers shooting their 2nd free throw attempt on the night. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams have probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here's Zubac. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
James looking around. James absolutely owning the inside.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Screen by Leonard. .137 left here in the second. Zubac with the screen for Harden. Over James. And that one comes up a bit short. Lakers leading by 10. Pass to Doncic. Fades away. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 1:04 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Doncic against Harden. Up top, Leonard. Kawhi taking no chances.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Offensive rebound. Zubac. Harden against Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. Connects again from distance.
And now, for this franchise, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense.
Roll back that clock. LeBron, the king, still reigns.
Oh, and the chin by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
James wide open. Beats the buzzer. Wow.
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here, and turning now to the game we've been watching, Luka Doncic has been lighting it up.
You can tell.
And that concludes.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
They've got Batum. Chris Dunn is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Coffee in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Bogdanovich, that's for 2. Here's Eubanks. Bogdanovich looking around. And it's off from 3-point range. Lakers leading by 12. And a wide open look for Hachimura. Offline with his 3. The Clippers shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Here's Coffee. Buries the long-range jumper. Coffee's got it back down to single digits for the Clippers.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. The Lakers second.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there. And what you love about Bronny James is his defense-first mindset. Whether he's at the point of attack or playing off the ball, he's a disruptor.
Eubanks the pass to Coffee. Count that one. Coffee's got 5 points so far.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
3-pointer. And again, the Lakers no good. Clippers trail by 7. outside Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Bogdanovich wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. And the shot goes in.
Sharing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Reeves drives in. That's tipped. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Los Angeles basketball.
And the Lakers have possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Hachimura. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Norman Powell.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Bogdanovich inside. Len on him. Eubanks the pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Eubanks. 4 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Rejected by Len. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Lakers leading by 9. From deep, Reeves. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got 4 rebounds now tonight. Len passes to Reeves. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Out of hand on it. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Eubanks. Traps in the tray. Eubanks got himself going there. His first points in the game on the deep ball.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
On the wing, James. Over to the wing. The shot by Kleba. Wide open. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Land against Bogdanovich. Here's Eubanks. Back to Bogdanovich. Launches a 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the court.
Doncic left side. He knocks it down.
NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the last play.
Yes, the officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't...
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's LeBron James. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. Harden against Doncic. Harden up top. Harden with a screen on LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard kicks it out to Harden. From deep three-point land. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Doncic. Outside, James. Pass to Vanderbilt. 3 on the clock. Hayes with the screen for Vanderbilt. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 10. And here's Harden. High post, Zubats. He's against Vanderbilt. Kicks it out to Leonard. For the 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Lakers leading by 10. Here's Vanderbilt. Offensive rebound. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Leonard sets a screen for Harden. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3-ball for these guys.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Clippers. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Doncic passes to Hayes. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Harden kicks to Powell. They need this one. He's off on that one.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. From deep, James. Off target with his 3. Clippers trail by 13. Leonard on the wing. Vanderbilt defending. Launches it. Another shot. Zubats kicks to Powell. Pass to Harden. Back to Powell. Kicks it out to Harden. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And here is Powell. And here's Leonard from 3. Harden, great positioning on the putback.
That's not the typical way Harden creates his own shot, but it's effective. Work hard on the glass, and you'll get some easy buckets out of it.
Vanderbilt's shot is good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop. Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like a winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
And it's Hayes in the corner. That 3 off the mark. The Clippers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Leonard inside, covered by Hayes. Leonard with the ball. Hayes on him. On the basket by Jones.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Jones. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it's Jones finishing it off.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Now, Doncic. Here's James. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Harden the pass to Leonard. Looking to get it going. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's LeBron. Fires from way outside. And so the Lakers take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy. All right, David, thanks so much.
Thanks for coming out.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony.
Stand to the... Greatest words in all of sports, opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
And the Lakers starting five. LeBron James out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Hayes. And it's Finney Smith in at the three, the small forward. Just 5 to shoot. Doncic passes to Kleber. No good on the triple. And Fox has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. The three from Barnes. It's Hayes with the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Knocked away. Outside Finney Smith. Kicks it to Doncic. Takes the three. Barnes with the rebound. Here's Mamukelashvili. He's defended by Hayes. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And the basket by Castle.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
And it's Fox missing.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Here's James. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I mean, do you think a little or even a big bump is stopping LeBron? His determination is part of what makes him a future Hall of Famer.
Now here's Fox. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Doncic on the wing. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The Lakers making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in.
For someone with his scoring numbers, it's remarkable James still makes time to set others up.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
And we are used to seeing bigs these days hit threes, but the skill of Wembanyama from deep is impressive.
Now, here is James. Hayes for three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Well, this is why you watch the floor at all times. The best shot can appear in the middle of your own.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star.
Yeah, you can tell LeBron understands the game. He knows a pick is all he needs to beat the D.
Wembanyama, screen on James. Here's Castle. Fires the three. It's Hayes with the rebound. Stan, it feels like the hardest part of team building is getting a superstar. The Spurs have one.
Well, they sure do, B.A. San Antonio was retooling for a few years, and then they won that 2023 lottery and draft Victor Wembanyama, a superstar, and now it's about surrounding him with the right guys.
6 to shoot. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Fox against Doncic. And they go to the intentional foul.
De'Aaron Fox. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
You're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Inside, here's Mamukelashvili. Oh, got a piece of it. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Hayes with it. Fox picks him up.
Just out of control. Already 3 fouls for him. He'll likely have to take a seat.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Now here's Fox. He takes it in. And it's Fox with the jam.
Showing off the major hops. Wow! Look at Fox. Get up and finish with some power.
Pass to Finney-Smith. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And here's Fox. Kicks it out to Barnes. For Vanderbilt. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Domination in the first quarter. It's been... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
They've got Castle. He's out there with De'Aaron Fox. Barnes is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Finney-Smith. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. The shot by James, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Barnes. He's scoreless. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Kicks it out to Barnes. Gets the three to fall.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Doncic with it. Fox picks him up. Nice move. Oh, Doncic playing above the rim.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
Wembanyama pass to Mamukelashvili. That shot off. Good D by Vanderbilt. Los Angeles leading by 9. Doncic on the wing. Last game he had 28 points. To the inside. Oh, Fox with a steal. Pass to Mamukelashvili. To the middle. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish. Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Here's Castle, guarded by Vanderbilt. Fox outside. To the wing on the left. Just 4 to shoot. Wembanyama finds Fox. No good from outside. The Lakers in the lead. It's James on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. Takes a 3. Finney-Smith's shot is off. The Spurs have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Mamukelashvili. Off target from outside.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Vanderbilt. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter, I hear, too.
Good-looking guy.
The versatility of James remains so impressive. He does so many things so well.
2 minutes.
Here's Castle. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested. You know, guys, this is an exciting young player. Stephon Castle does a little bit of everything. He hustles, plays defense, got a national championship in college, so he is a winner, too.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Fox surveying the D. Outside Wembanyama. Fires the 3. Rebound, the Lakers. Hayes has got 6 rebounds in the game. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks.
Oh, ferocious on the attack. Once Wembanyama gets into the lane, the defense is done. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Hayes, the pass to Finney-Smith. For 3, James. Oh, James knocks down the triple.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Does he even have to jump? Do we have a vertical on Vic?
And there's James from the arc. That's no good. Now he's 7 for 9. Spurs trail by 11. Wembanyama cuts in, and the dunk by Wembanyama.
Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's Fox. Rebound by the Lakers. Hayes has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's James. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back.
We've seen this movie before, LeBron dictating the pace of the game, and when his shot is falling, there is nothing you can do.
And next up on the... And that's it for halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
Well, when you've got a player with the energy and athleticism he has, it can make for a big night when he gets it going.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, we've got Maxi Kleber. James is out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Rui Hachimura, and it's Lin in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Back to Kleber. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to go on Jeremy Sohan. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And here's Reeves outside. Rebound by San Antonio.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Johnson passes to Bassie. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Bassie's got his first basket of the night.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And the basket by Hachimura.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Vassell against Hachimura. And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Vassell. Soft touch off the glass. Vassell's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, those were some weight room points from Vassell, flexing his muscles.
Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. And offensively, a pretty good three-point shooter. But his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
Spurs trail by 14. Here's Sohan. Drives to the hoop from about 16. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
Yeah, and that mid-range shot is really Vassell's primary weapon.
From deep, Reeves. The long-distance three is buried. Reeves has got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Vassell with it. He has 6. Fires from deep. Sinks it from distance. Vassell's got 9.
You can tell he's feeling it. Hasn't missed a single shot all quarter.
Pass to Hachimura for 3. Bassi pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The deep 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Okay, Devin Vassell, we see you've been working on your range.
Down low. Hachimura, right side. Here's Lynn, outside Reeves. 5 on the clock. 1:05 left in the third. That shot is off.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Up top, Vassell. He's covered by Reeves. Vassell outside. That three's off the mark.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
3-second violation. San Antonio ball.
Spurs trail by 9. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, with the way he moves, Vassell can be so deceptive with these shots, and he did well to draw the foul there.
So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Bassi. Mamukelashvili comes in for Sohan. Barnes, he's checked in for Champagny. And Castle's subbed in for Johnson. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for Lynn. Finney-Smith comes in for Hachimura. James is checked in for James. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Reeves. Here's James. LeBron fires one down.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And so it's Los Angeles earning this break in the action, up 10. Getting lots of great... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Devin Vassell out there with Castle. Then there's Wembanyama. Then it's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. From deep, here's Doncic. Drains the triple.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
James against Vassell. It's stolen by Doncic. And they're running by himself. And Doncic with the jam.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. Love it.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Barnes. Vassell outside. And that time also a missed shot.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Offensive rebound. Here's Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Vassell.
Here to the lineup for your Spurs,
Barnes feeling it out a bit. They set a pick. Shot clock at 6. Wembanyama. San Antonio again can't hit.
I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
Hayes, the pass to Doncic. Hayes with a screen on Fox. Here's Doncic. Sweet little floater. And the Lakers lead by 21.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Here's Castle. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Barnes against Vanderbilt. The 3 is up. Barnes, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well,
oh, a big slam!
Oh my gosh, the athleticism.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Fox against Doncic. To win the cold spell. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Out to James. Buries it from 3. James has got 22 points.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Fox, that's good.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Back to Hayes. Pass to Doncic. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Lakers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for LeBron James.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's Wembanyama. The shot that time not on target. Some solid defense from Hayes. Pass to Doncic. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Now Finney-Smith. Hayes, the pass to Finney-Smith. There's the triple. Rebound by San Antonio. Now here's Wembanyama. And he can't get that one. James deciding where to go with it. And Doncic launches from deep. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy.
surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the small forward. And for the Spurs, Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4th spot. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Here's Wembanyama. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wembanyama's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. Pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. Well, he's worried about a number of issues, and front and center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
Thank you, David. They can't stop the run with that one.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tighter.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
All right, Harden still got some hops and finishing that one off with some power.
Fox against Powell. Pass to Castle. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Harden does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Leonard with no one around. Connects from 3-point range. All right, Brent, a fresh season of NBA basketball. How excited are you?
Oh, man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up. And let's see these guys go at it.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
It's Harden with the drive. That one goes in.
And that is what Harden does. Draws fouls, hits shots, and makes plays.
When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brent, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again, Kevin.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Castle. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Harden outside. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's up a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he drives in. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, a screen. And he goes in for the dunk.
This is where we'll probably see Castle the most, creating opportunities with the ball in his hand.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Harden sets the pick for Leonard. Going inside, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Wembanyama, a screen on Harden. Wembanyama outside. 3 seconds left. It's not going to go for him.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
They've got Castle, also Fox out there. Wembanyama is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4. So that's who San Antonio starts the second.
And we love it when Kawhi takes it over into his own hands. What a special player.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Barnes likes to do his damage around that area, fluid in the mid-range.
Harden looking it over. Pass to Powell. Harden against Fox. Clock at 6. Now, here is Harden. D right on him. He gets that one. Harden's got 7.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Wembanyama. He's got 11.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Screen by Leonard. Harden kicks to Leonard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice teamwork. The right guy ends up with the ball in his hands, and Kawhi finishes that possession.
Wembanyama getting it done inside.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And Jones has it in the corner. He takes it in, and Jones slams it in.
Well, there are few players that can read the floor as well as James Harden. He has seen every kind of defense.
Wembanyama driving. It's good. He's got 15.
This takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Barnes outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Barnes so good at getting to that area on the floor and then making sure it counts.
Harden kicks to Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Leonard. Kawhi puts it down hard.
Yeah, get your popcorn out. We've seen this movie before. Kawhi not letting up now on the offensive end.
Brent, I've always thought the stoic demeanor of Kawhi Leonard was very imposing for an opponent.
Well, there's just no rattling, right, Kevin? How many times have you seen Kawhi Leonard get outside of himself, react to a call, become emotional? Now, as a teammate, you have to have an understanding that he might not motivate you in that way, but certainly as an opponent, it's intimidating. I remember playing against John Stockton and Karl Malone much in the same way. Emotionless, relentless, that's sometimes intimidating for an opponent.
Here's Harden. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Now, here is Harden. Guarded closer. Claims it! Kawhi! Kaboom!
Oh, Kawhi, so consistent with his approach. Affects every phase of every minute that he plays.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. De'Aaron Fox, Brent, is a very special player, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, it's true. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the open court, but it's his leadership that really has come along at such an early stage. And think about the run that he went on with the Kings just a couple of years ago. He's not settling with that. He wants more. He wants to play in the postseason, and he's capable of getting any team there.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Castle. Misses from short range. And so it's San Antonio in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The Thunder will be playing at Paycom Center as they go up against the Timberwolves. 8:30 Eastern Time for the tip. All right, getting back to this game now and the sensational play from Victor Wembanyama.
Come on now,
And that is it for halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. You've got Drew Eubanks. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Dunn. Then there's Batum, and it's Coffey in at the 3. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Vassell against Dunn. Vassell, the pass to Bassi. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Stolen away.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Here's Dunn. Back to Batum. Pass to Bogdanovic. Batum sets a screen for Bogdanovic. Off target from three-point range. Spurs leading by 9. And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
They are just killing him on the interior.
Bogdanovic against Johnson. Bogdanovic passes to Eubanks. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound, San Antonio.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Bassi, the pass to Champagny. The 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Shanbenny's got 5.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Back to Bogdanovich. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Vassell against Dunn. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vassell. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Johnson against Bogdanovich. Here's Eubanks. Off with the layup.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And there's the drive. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
A shot by Batum, no good. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. It's tipped.
Now, you don't see a lot of shot blocks from Bogdanovich, but he is big enough to get it done.
To the left side wing. Dunn, wide open, he fires. No good on the 3. Spurs leading by 12. Vassell outside. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Sohan with the ball. Scoreless thus far.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Bogdanovich against Johnson. Bogdanovich passes to Eubanks. Jacks up a 3. And Coffey gets it to go. Coffey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Vassell, and it's good, 2 points. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Bogdanovich passes to Eubanks. Outside Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. Yes, that goes in. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's a pretty soft touch for Bogdanovich, trying to do some damage on the inside now.
Vassell, no good. Clippers trail by 11. Bogdanovich looking around. Right wing. It's tipped. Fires for 3, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
For 3.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A good size advantage, and they'll... And let's take a listen now to Coach...
Keep trusting, all right? First half the ball...
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Fox. He's out there with Castle. Barnes out there with Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the power forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. Pass to Castle. Stolen by Harden. The finish. Drops in the breakaway layup. Harden's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. To the right side. San Antonio again turning it over. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Leonard. Kicks it out to Harden. 6 to shoot. Back to Leonard. This one for 3. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio leading by 6. just over a minute played here in the fourth. Jams it in off the great move.
Castle so good up and down the lane.
Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Screen by Leonard. Harden kicks to Leonard. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Castle. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now that's how you finish with authority. Show him how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
Now, here is Harden. He's tightly guarded. Harden sets the pick for Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over. So much talk about who's the fastest player in the league, and Fox always being mentioned there. His speed and stepping into this leadership role, lots of great signs from De'Aaron Fox.
Harden with a screen on Wembanyama. Harden outside. There's the 3. Second shot opportunity. Leonard kicks to Powell. Now here's Leonard. Kicks it out to Harden. The three-pointer no good.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
And folks, don't underestimate Wembanyama's greatness. Look at the big man run the floor.
Harden outside. Leonard sets a screen for Harden. Outside Leonard. Back to Harden. Pass to Leonard. Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Here's Fox. Up and in on the way. And the Spurs lead by 8.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket hitter.
Harden outside. Inside. Zubac finds Harden. Zubac with the screen for Harden. No good off the front iron. Spurs leading by 8. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Spurs.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Victor Wembanyama.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
And it's Leonard missing. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. A pass to Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Powell. And it's Fox with the jam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He's covered by Leonard. The wide open look here for Fox. Here's Barnes. Basket good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really
put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not